All right, so here's a little bit something different, right? I invite you into my kitchen, have some coffee here as we just chat a little bit, right? So if you look at my shirt, you'll never be good enough for the wrong person. So when we're thinking about going out on our own, and it's a big scary world out there, right? But I heard this over the weekend. Your destiny is shaped by those around you. So who do you surround yourself with is really becomes important, becomes vital to who you want to become, right? Our lives are a way of us evolving over time. From the moment you're born, you're constantly moving forward and evolving in some fashion, right? When you have the right group of people around you, that compounds your efforts, right? Not confounds, compounds, right? It multiplies your efforts, right? The analogy I like to use is if you have two horses, you can move like 25,000 pounds, but the one horse can only move, say, 7,000 pounds. They're not exact, but you get an idea. The combined efforts of the two horses can do way more than double, right? And that's the point of having a group around you that is going to elevate your thinking, and you're going to elevate them in some way, whether that's want to get in shape, want to take better care of ourselves, want to be better at personal relationships. But ultimately, we want to craft and build this whole unique way that we do things, and that involves creating the lifestyle that we want, right? And you hear people talk about accountability all the time, and that's such an overused word because most people have just bastardized it. And if you think about sports, they say that all the time. We hold each other accountable, blah, 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 blah. And that's bullshit. Excuse me. That is just bull, right? Because most people have no idea what accountability means. That means you've made it a commitment to somebody, whether that's yourself or somebody else or a group of somebody else, and that you've now committed that you're going to make the change you said you're going to, right? And that requires ownership of your actions is what we're talking about there. And then the other thing people talk about is be authentic. Be the authentic version of yourself, and you find your true authenticity, your true authentic self amongst those that you truly trust, right? So now you're surrounding yourself with people that you can help compound your energies and your efforts. And now these are the people you trust, you can depend on. You know they're going to be there for you through thick and thin. Now we're really getting somewhere. The problem with a lot of the networking stuff these days is you don't have that trust. You have good friendships, but if you have people that, like me, that are extremely guarded about ourselves and what we want to share with people, that makes it hard for me to trust people. I'm just being completely honest. It makes it hard for me to trust people because I don't need 10. Give me 2 people, give me one good person that I know that I can trust and depend upon, and we'll change our lives. There's no question about that for me. I don't need 10, I'm gonna need 20. I need 1, and we're gonna build upon that, right? So when you hear this in networking groups all the time, 25, 40 people, you have 50 people. These are 50 people that are in marketing for you. Are they really marketing for you? Are they really helping you? Right? They know you. They don't really take the time to get to know you and what you're all about. They don't get to know who you are as a person, what obstacles you've overcome as a person, what is something you really want to get done with your life before your end of time, right? They're just casual acquaintances. And those aren't people that I trust. Those are acquaintances. Those are, I know somebody that does something, so-and-so, and sells widgets here and there. Go talk to them, right? But being around the right people is going to show what your greatest power is. And it's going to show what your greatest power is. Being around the right people reveals your greatest power. And that's because you have that trust. That means you can be yourself. You can express yourself. You can be goofy. You can be serious. You know when you can just be flat out blunt with somebody, right? And so your confidence grows. And when your confidence grows, you're more courageous to take on a greater strain, something, right? You're going to take on more. And that's the growth that we're looking for. And then at the end of our days, your life is measured by the quality of your relationships. Like I said before, I don't need 10, I don't need 100, I don't need 1,000 people. You know, you have that in social media. It just waters down the flavor of everything. If you have 10 people out of 1,000 that have an idea and think like you do, believe what I do, then that is a movement, right? That begins a movement. You're now living a greater purpose than what you originally started out for, right? And we want to be able to take advantage of those things, right? Take advantage of opportunities that are going to come up that other people are going to hear about, knowing that you have something to offer them. And that's pretty unique. Instead of just going through and thinking you have to do everything yourself, which I'm guilty of hell of, right? Because nobody knows what I do, but as much as I do. But it's just a matter of talking to more people and simplifying my message to whatever. But that's what I was saying about it. Life can be pretty painful and lonely, even if you're surrounded by friends and family that are supportive. They just don't get what you're doing. They just don't understand, because they would never take the risk or the chance that you did. So that's a good distinguishing point. It's not that they don't love you. It's not that they don't care about you. It's that they don't get what you are saying, right? Because we can't, as entrepreneurs, we can't always paint a clear picture, because it's not really clear. We have an idea in our head, but it's not really exactly how it's going to turn out, right? Everything's going to change at some point, right? So a group that uses the tribe mentality to help level up you and ourselves to create the best version of yourself is what I'm really after, right? If you'd like to talk more about that, reach out to me. Shoot me a text, email, something, and let's get together. Let's coffee. Yeah, I'm big on virtual, so if you can do it virtually, love to have that conversation too.